One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. And hello, fellows. Herogon here. Today is Thursday, April 13th of 2023, 7:02 p.m. Eastern Time. And so far, things have gone pretty close to well. I'm still doing my on-the-job training at my local movie theater, and I'm still on my last little few weeks of college. And right now, I have finished my last required assignment for American history. Finished up a quiz. So yeah, things have gone nice. With that bit of my life so far out of the way, let's get to the meat of this little video. Or rather 10 minutes, if 10 minutes long is what you consider little. Feel free to make your own little thoughts. Now, this particular week involved a little something called Hitstun Decay and Deterioration. If you know certain video games like Smash Bros. Or Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl, you know about one nasty little problem: infinite combos, or its shortened title, infinites. Now, in single-player games, they can be useful, even if it is considered cheesing your way through a game. But in a multiplayer setting, that is not what most people would like. If you're in a multiplayer competitive setting, you do not want to get hit by an infinite. So what's a guy to do? That is where Hitstun Decay and Deterioration comes in. Essentially, Hitstun Deterioration helps to prevent infinite combos, and of course, as you keep going through the combo, the stun frames will lower. Take an example right here now with Sean's video, part 167. Now, if Sean keeps spamming his attack, the stun frames will go lower. If you notice right here, it goes from 46 to 44 to 42 to 40 frames for the stunned character on the right. Now, this is what's known as Hitstun Decay. Now, going into the code part, it's slightly easy. In receive damage, we've got two new things to add in that. I had two new things to add in .h. This float Hitstun Decay modifier that will be the Hitstun Decay that occurs during combos, which can be set for linear or scaling effects. If you want it to just be linear, like -2, -2, -2, or have a scaling effect if you keep repeating one particular move, then that's probably available for you here for the fighting game framework. Now, another part we have is in receive damage, a new boolean called should ignore Hitstun Decay, which is false by default. This helps if we want to ignore Hitstun Decay for certain moves. Now in the .cpp folder, we of course have the setting our default value of the decay modifier to 2.0f. Then we go into receive damage. We've got our new boolean of should ignore Hitstun Decay. As we go down, we have a new part called if numStun frames is greater than 0, and now it should be does not ignore Hitstun Decay, then we of course do this. Otherwise, we just do Hitstun frames. Now for if numStun frames greater than 0 and would ignore Hitstun Decay and is not that. We go in numstun frames equals hitstun frames minus other player combo counter times the hitstun decay modifier. And of course we have a UE log to check our stuff. Then our hitstun decay modifier can also have scaling hitstun decay, such as plus equals 0.5f. That, of course, is easy enough. If the if statement up here is not true, then we just go to numstun frames equals hitstun frames. Then in end combo, we have our hitstun decay modifier set back to 2.0f, which is important around. And with that, that is pretty much the coding side. In the blueprint side of things, we want to go into our moves data table and add a new boolean, should ignore hitstun decay. Of course, I almost forgot, hitboxactor.h also has a boolean value of should ignore hitstun decay, which will be useful for the data tables and the rest of everything for our hitbox data. Now, after having the boolean inserted here, it will appear in our data table, our moves being the data struct. We get all the values for the data table from. We can choose whether we should ignore hitstun decay or not. Now, for the purposes of this, we'll go first have ourselves no ignoring hitstun decay, and then we can ignore. Now in hitbox actor BP, we also want to connect our values of should ignore hitstun decay from the break hitbox data into here. Same goes for anywhere else this happens to be in our check collision and check projectile collision. That, of course, is the easy enough part, but you should also note that the anim BP should also have all of this value stuff. So we want to have it appear in our active hitbox, throw hitbox, and projectile hitbox. It's easy enough I just added a boolean, should ignore hitstun decay, plugged into the set members and hitbox data, and that was about it for all the rest of everything. Did the same thing for create throw hitbox and create active hitbox. That was just about the easy part. Now going into the game itself, we will be checking our new hitstun stuff. And of course, we want to have the output log out here so we can see how it works and make sure that mine works the same. Now, I will clear out the log just so you can see as I continue to punch there. The particular part has it going lower and lower. 37, 31, 25, and of course that is pretty much the best I can do with the stuff I've got for the fighting game framework. Now, of course, we can also go back here, change our ignore hitstun decay, then get back to the game. Now, do note that I always go into practice mode and always choose Atom Mortem. It's a bit of a habit at this point, I guess. A little funny, I figure. Now, you'll note that there's no such little prints UE logs praying out with regards to the Hitstun Decay. So that means it's pretty much working. And with that, that is pretty much the most recent updates with Sean LeBro's fighting game framework. Credit again goes to Sean for all of his tutorials. They've been pretty amazing. And he's about to hit the 7,000 subscriber mark. And so far, things have been pretty good. He's still at it, and as long as he keeps on going, and as long as I'm around, I look forward to continuing to do the Unreal Engine programming tutorials he puts out. Anyways, that will be all from me, and with that, I've been Herogon, you've been you. Thank you for checking this little Funlog Friday and Showcase Saturday video. But for now, I will catch you guys later. Goodbye, everyone.